Spark a conversation, verbal elation, stimulation, education. This is Menage with the MavenMarketPlace. When we on the air, it's always a lituation. Might talk about some litigation, might talk about some immigration, might talk about some politics, but never talking nonsense. Yes, we on in the slide. Watch and listen, it's a vibe. Watch it while you getting high, or you can listen while you drive. Just don't forget to subscribe.
Roll up. Trying to get high.
Welcome to Menage with the MavenMarketPlace podcast with your host, the MavenMarketPlace. I am the producer, the hubby. Follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Show us some love and click that subscribe button now. Don't forget to click the bell so you get notifications and click the like button on the videos.
And now, your host.
Hello, everybody. This is the MavenMarketPlace, and we're back with another installment of our holiday gift guide. You know, the MavenMarketPlace, it's a Lituation holiday gift guide. I have chosen and carefully cultivated and chosen these business professionals and entrepreneurs to be a part of the holiday guide. So what I chose to do, kind of, pivoted from the different formats and platforms that I wanted to present this information in. But I think the best way to do it is to provide each, individual with their opportunity to come out and a little bit about their products and services and increase some brand awareness. So our next installment is somebody who's been a guest before, a guest co-host. She is somebody that I know very well. I love when, you meet other people, especially within the Black community, that we can have friends that introduce us to friends and kind of just foster, that relationship and those things that we need to have, which is community. So I would like to have everybody welcome back for a second time. And I think it's this year, right? Yeah, this year. So second time for 2020. Turn up. Welcome. And, of course, I like to give you guys the opportunity to, take the stage, kind of be your own Fantasia or Tina Turner, Patti LaBelle, shine. So who do we have with us today? Our guest co-host is
Sweetz.
Sweetz. Hey, I feel like there should be you should have like a sound, like a do-do-do-do-do, or there should be, you should have like a little intro, jingle to that.
My song from the last show that your friend that you invited before me. It was
That's right.
catchy.
That's right. Oh, Chaz, right? Yeah. I'm gonna hit him up for that. He probably won't remember. Uh, but that is somebody. That's kind of what I was talking about. You want to get to the point where you're like, you know what? I do want to have a little jingle. Maybe when you come in the room, it plays something. Those are the kind of the connections and the collaborations that I want to help build. So, thank you for that. So, guys, this is, like I said, our MavenMarketPlace. It's a Lituation holiday gift guide. We have about a week now. No, exactly a week until the holiday season, until good old Christmas. And you guys still have some time, especially if you're local, to be able to purchase any of the items or get with any of the brands that we've talked with. I have one more entry tomorrow, actually two. And I will say now, any product or service that she's able to provide, or these two women are able to provide, it's probably going to get to you after the holidays because they are out of state. But I definitely wanted to just kind of build that tribe. I want women and women of color to be able to really grasp onto this opportunity that we've had this year and find their true purpose. This queen here, she's definitely done that. She's done that 10 times over. So we're going to talk about, because if you guys, if you're like, hey, I remember her, let me go back and check out that episode. She's going to talk about a couple of things in that episode. Today, I think she's going to discuss 4 or 5 businesses or services. Is that right?
6.
Oh, look at me. 6. Okay. That is some growth. This is somebody that you definitely want to, if you are looking to grow into, a brand and being a business owner, a serial entrepreneur, which is not a bad term. It's the lady you want to talk to. So the queen, the woman that you want to talk to. So before we get started, guys, you know that we have to, I got to talk a little bit. What you guys will see, my listeners, my subscribers, what you will notice in the next week or so, probably even sooner than that, there's going to be some clips from the best, the most important, I think the most culture building, just kind of put a stamps on 2020 for everybody. The versus battle that took place this evening, which was a battle of the Bay. Now, if you don't know about it, after this, get to know about it, okay? I don't know what you was thinking, but you shouldn't have thought that, quoting E40, who was one of the battle peers, one of the artists that took place in the versus battle. The other, somebody else that we all know, bitch, Too Short. Yeah, if you see my face, I'm grinning. I have chills, which if you've followed me for the past year, you know that I'm serious business. I'm super excited. This versus battle was everything that anybody could have wanted, plus more. I am not one to hide or backpedal from anything that I said. If anybody follows me, you will see that I posted a couple times this week. Hands down, E40 has it. Posting lyrics to some of my favorite songs. And I'm going to tell you this. There was no winners or losers as far as between the two gentlemen. The winners, anybody in the state of California, because they repped us. Plus, anybody that has been blessed with the ability to hear. It was fire, okay? Please, if you missed it, I'm sorry. What are you doing with your life? There's nothing else that anybody else had going on this Saturday, December the 19th of 2020. There's nowhere else that you should have been. You should have had your blunt ready. You should have had your the Moscato ready. You could have had your E40, which, if you haven't had it, take your time when you do. What else? Oh, Slurricane. Had to have your Slurricane. Had to have your bitch ready. Maybe if you were like Too Short, break out the old school Age jacket. Fire. I mean, I had that one. It brought back memories. And he really looked just like he did. And what video was that? Was it Getting It? No. It was it was like 90-ish when he was wearing that 80. Yeah. So I wasn't I was a minor, below the age of 10. And my parents just didn't put on Too Short. So I learned about Too Short from white kids that I went to school with in Elk Grove. And of course I learned his songs are nasty, but pretty much all of the nasty ones. So Sweetz, what about you? Do you have any kind of like memories or stories to tell about either E40 or Short?
Oh yes, I grew up on E40. Like, shoot, I remember listening to E40 in kindergarten. Like,
Girl.
all my mom and her boyfriend would play Rest in Peace, but all the time. I listen to him now. Like, he keeps me motivated all the time.
Girl, I
I'm
mean,
always chasing the money. That's
right?
my thing.
Chase the money,
Chase the
right?
money. That's my song. Yes.
I mean, it's just everything that he says. Like, he has the dopest verse on 2 Chainz, $2 bill. I mean, he
No, my
is.
favorite is My $1 Million Spot.
Oh, girl, Oh, he didn't do that one. Damn,
Yeah,
like
I can
he,
keep like.
girl. Like I said, I did not sit my ass down for 3 hours. Okay, my phone battery ran out twice, and my phone battery is pretty damn good. But I was I was going live, because we're gonna have a little mini episode. The Mary Jane keeps me sane, and in this instance, it's the Mary Jane music. I mean, the pride that I felt as somebody that is from, I have family East Bay, Pittsburgh. Very proudly, I do say I grew up in Elk Grove because I lived there till I was 10. But that's where all my family is. I'm Bay deep down. My man of 20 years is Richmond. So yeah. So, through osmosis, I get my Bay. And just their discography, more E40, it matches certain times in our life. College, afterwards we were kicking it like all we did was work, and Wednesday through Sunday we were out doing something. And even with our boys, I mean, if you catch my, some of my videos, my baby was in here doing the get low. I mean, he has a mean just fizz. And that's my youngest baby, the 9-year-old. Like, it's E40 is completely entrenched and embedded in our music taste and in both of our, our upbringing. For him to
Too Short, yes, he's also a part of history for me too. Like,
yeah,
he was always like so vulgar. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't like it, didn't understand it and all that. But when I got grown and
girl,
in certain aspects of life, I'm like, okay, that's what it was. Okay, I
look,
got it. Yes,
girl,
I
I
got to stay on
shout
top.
out.
I got to stay on top of that.
Yes, shout out to Nicole Shepard. She was my friend. She was a junior. I was a sophomore. She had gotten a escort. So she got a Ford Escort for her birthday. Girl, we used to drive around Elk Grove, and she was like, "You never heard this song before?" And I was like, "What?" And it was "Don't Fight the Feeling." Let me tell you, by the end of a week, because there was nothing in Elk Grove at that time, of like driving from her parents' house to the McDonald's and back, girl, you couldn't tell me nothing. Hey ho, yeah, do you like the fuck man? Fire. He played a song tonight that I was like, oh shit, I forgot about it. Call Me with Little Kim. Girl. Now that brought up a whole nother set of memories. I was like, ooh, babe, college. Remember? Yeah. But both of them, they were lit. E40 was dancing his ass off. But it was just very inspiring and empowering. And it was just very nice. And it also reminds me that 50-year-olds are not the same 50-year-olds that our parents were when they were 50, or like our grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of reads younger, and the the attitudes have changed. Like, it's okay for a 53-year-old to be into rap, and to go to concerts, and so to see both of those gentlemen with their 30 plus years of experience, and then being able to remember words. Now, there was some time as they got a little drunker that they basically just was, letting the music play, but it didn't diminish it. It didn't take away from it all.
They're always gonna do that.
Always. They have an album out, so let's give a shout out to their album. And their album is, what's it called, babe? Sorry. I was celebrating with them guys, okay? Smoked, been drinking some of my favorite beer and a couple shots. But E40 was taking his wine to the dome, like straight out the bottle to the head. It was fire. I thought, I was like, ooh, if I was his wife, I'd be sitting back like, he's about to get it tonight, because he was very well put together. Okay, so the album, guys, go out and get it. It's called Ain't Go Do It / Terms and Conditions. So it's like an A and B side. One side is going to be Too Short. One side is going to be E40 heavy. But seeing them tonight, having them perform songs, Too Short said that he counted, and they have over 50 songs together. Like, what? Like, artists have 50 songs in their whole career. They have 50 songs together. So I'm ready for COVID to be gone so that we can have an E40 Too Short concert. We're right up the road from them, so they're coming to Sacramento. They shouted out Sacramento tonight. But yeah, so I want to give all kudos. I want to give, snaps. I want to give fire emojis. It all. I want to give roses, crowns to E40 and short. Like I said, I think that 2020 needed this, and it's a good way for us to like go into the holidays, go into the new year, and end this year, and hopefully, start. We're on recovery.
And healing.
Yes, yes, and they are actually doing another collaboration where it's going to be short, E40, Snoop, and Ice Cube.
Ooh.
Now, yeah,
From
it
my
is a little
hometown.
right. Okay, that's right. You're from LA. From
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. So that's I'm interested to see because Ice Cube is definitely getting older and he's becoming more opinionated, and he's done some things this year that some people are like, you know. So I'm interested to see. I feel like he's gonna be like NWA, but NWA 50 plus. Um, you know, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be nice to see that. It's gonna make me feel old, because they're all coming back together. Um, and shit, they're probably at least one of them's probably a grandfather, I would think. Uh, but it's fire. I mean, it definitely shows these kids that like your mumble rappers and your SoundCloud rappers don't hold a candle. Do not hold the candle, and it cements the Bay Area as really a powerhouse, an
Yeah,
influencer.
artists do.
Yes,
They
yes, of music.
definitely deserve
Yeah,
that entitlement.
yes, yeah, and they took it
That
tonight.
level,
They
that
took it.
level of entitlement, I should say.
Yes, they took it. It was fantastic. It was classy. Best one hands down. I say end it here. Don't ruin it by putting Ashanti and Keisha Cole together in January. That's just my opinion. Uh, we don't need that. It's not late 90s, early 2000s anymore. Um, but moving on, guys, I do definitely want to get into our spark and salutations. And before we do that, of course, we get into a little video playing on my phone here. We got to get into our quotes. And I have a couple of that are going to be combined to make one. And the first being, don't fear failure, fear being in the exact same place as you are today. Second is, and it's going to be three actually, work until your idols become your equals. And, hold on one second here. Let me go back once. All right. You have no idea of what you're capable of until you try. And I have one more, actually. So it's going to be four. One of the hardest parts of life is deciding whether to walk away or try harder. So all of these together collectively define who Sweetz is to me. She is one of the most inspirational serial entrepreneurs that I know. I think that her growth and what we just talked about, she went from 2 businesses when she was here earlier to 6. She's a mother, she's in a relationship. She is a sister, she's a daughter, she's a friend, and she's able to balance all that. And the reason why is because she's doing what truly is her purpose within this universe. So this episode is definitely to talk about her being one of the holiday gift guide brands and businesses. But I wanted her to give a little bit of inspiration about her businesses, her products, and why she does what she does. And kind of her thought process, from going from 2 businesses to 3 to 4 to 6. So what we're going to do is get all started here, and we're going to do our spark and salutation so you guys know what to do. Grab your sativa, your indica, your hybrid, your dab, your edible, whatever it may be, and let's get elevated together. So Sweets, won't you tell us a little bit about what has been going on in your life since you visited us? What was that? March? Maybe February?
Um,
Oh shit, I think it was like January. I think it's when we got back from the cruise. So
I want to say August, maybe.
I don't
Maybe.
know. It wasn't that far back. I'm thinking
No?
it was. Yeah, I think it was January. Producer's gonna check on that. But yes.
Okay.
Anywho,
Yeah.
in the time that has lapsed during this coronacation, I know we've seen each other a couple of times because I did purchase one of the products that you have, and I need some more now that I think of it. Um, but yeah, so kind of tell us the progression. How are you now at 6 businesses? Oh yeah, that right there.
I got some for you too.
Perfect. Me and my
Nebula.
baby every day, 2
Yeah.
tablespoons.
Okay.
And that's perfect. So I will tell you this. I've noticed that since I have not taken it, my skin issues, which I never had before, have become an issue.
Oh,
So
okay.
so
Yeah,
I
especially with this
definitely
weather.
yeah,
This
yeah.
weather will dry your skin out.
Yeah, so explain to everybody what we're talking about. I know you showed the jar in case they,
Oh,
aren't they didn't go back and check the last episode. Um, what is that product there?
so this product here in my hand, let me focus the camera.
Got it.
Uh, 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 there we go.
Oh yeah, you're
There
good.
we go.
You're good.
Okay, so this is my jar of Seamoss gel. And if you're not familiar with it, Seamoss gel is its own algae and it has 92 minerals of 102 that our body is already naturally made of. And what
Awesome.
I've converted it into a gel. It can be consumed or you can use it as a topical if you have rashes,
Mm.
if you have eczema, if you want to use it as a face moisturizer. It also tightens your skin and lifts it. And you leave it on for about 30 minutes and then you rinse it off with warm water. It helps with things like thyroid related diseases. It can help with weight loss, inflammation, joint pain, things to natural detox. It's its own natural
hmm
detox.
hmm
Um, it helps restore collagen, as
I
I
was
was
gonna
saying
say, so
before.
that's why it helps your skin, and I know
Yes.
and I remember you telling me to use it on my skin. I remember now, but it was working for me consuming it. But definitely, when I get that jar, I'm going to be slathering it on my face. My 12-year-old
Yeah.
has a little bit of a skin issue, so I think I'm gonna try it. Yeah, try it on that too. Okay,
And it's a thickener also for your hair.
good.
And it the number one main benefit is that, which has plenty of benefits, but this main thing, it's an immune booster. So right now with COVID going on,
Oh,
you want to keep your immune system as boosted as possible. And it's
yeah.
also good for pregnant women as well. So not only are you nourishing your body, you're nourishing the baby's body as well.
And there's plenty of y'all right now that we're doing a little Corona QT, and you're just about to deliver another human being. Which congratulations to you, better you than me. But especially after the process, the postpartum, it takes it. Our bodies are very sensitive, especially our reproductive system. So it can help you that way, but also being that it is an immune booster, you know that you are not passing on anything to your baby.
Yes.
um, and it also helps your emotional balance and your emotional state. Um, and if you
Sexual
had a baby
stimulation.
before, I'm sorry, hon, go ahead.
It helps with sexual stimulation.
Mm.
Yes.
Now, you new moms, you may want to wait the 6 to 8 weeks before, you
Yes.
know. Uh, shit, for me, it was like 3. I was like, I can't wait anymore. But yes, that is something that is super beneficial. There's no negative aspects to it. We had Urban Body Tea, another queen who is also in the holiday gift guide. She came on and she talked about her flaxseed oil. And I mean, there was no ailment, sickness, interruption of life in your health and wellness that this flaxseed oil didn't have an answer for it. And very much like your sweet moss gel or sea moss. I added the two together. So tell me how you came up, because there's several on the market. There's several people out there that are getting into entrepreneurship, and
Yes.
Seamoss is something that's working for them. How do you separate yourself? How did you come up with the idea to make it more of a gel that is flavored? And tell us a little bit more about it.
Well, a lot of people, they have texture issues, or they have to have something that's sweet. Some people aren't too fond of a tart type of taste.
Mhm.
So I like to conform it into, a more tasteful type of, mineral, something that you can consume, something that you can also use as a topical without it smelling medicated. No one wants to
Yeah,
smell like,
yeah,
like a hospital or something that's medicated. So it's,
yeah.
pleasing to the nose, it's pleasing to the palate, and also have it infused. That's what makes mine a little different than everyone else's.
Nice.
Not only is it flavored, not only can you purchase it regular, but you can also purchase it infused either with CBD or with THC.
Plus and plus and plus. I
Yeah,
like that. So,
different
guys,
levels of relaxation.
yes. So if you're looking for a holiday gift, maybe for a parent, and you're wanting them to start utilizing the Wonder Power Flower, either in a CBD form or THC, this is a very non-intimidating way to introduce them to it. Plus, they are taking care of their health and wellness.
Yeah,
A
you
lot
can
of us,
incorporate it in your drinks, your smoothies, your
yes,
jellies, your soups, your sauces. There's a lot of things that you can use your CMOS for. If you don't want to take it immediately, you can freeze it for 30 days. But you want to keep something like this around, especially with COVID going on.
yes, and that is very important. Freeze it for 30 days, because I kept both of mine in the refrigerator, and my son came up to me. He's like, "Mom, I opened the bigger jar and it doesn't look right on top." And not that it was getting to the point of it could have turned bad. So at that point, I knew maybe we'll go ahead and throw it in the freezer. So once again, when you came and brought, we met, I was on like 2 hours of sleep for like 4 or 5 days. This is the beginning of Corona, y'all. I was kicking it. It was like I was back in college. So I probably didn't pay attention too well. So, bit of advice: you purchase a product, definitely pay attention to all of the directions and the advice that Sweetz gives you, so that you can definitely benefit and get the best optimal
Yeah.
results from using
Yeah,
the
the
product.
shelf time is 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay,
In the refrigerator, if you freeze it, 30 days.
good, good. So if you
Most
are
effective.
gifting it to somebody who you're not going to see for a week, or you're not traveling to them, or it has to travel, then what if somebody purchased it from you and they were sending it to, let's say, Antioch, or
Oh,
Oakland?
so shipping,
Mhm.
shipping wise, I freeze it
Okay,
and I send it. Yes,
perfect.
and
Oh,
that
great.
that keeps it preserved, and you
Okay.
can let it thaw, or you can put it in the microwave, either or. But it keeps it preserved as long as it's frozen and it's being shipped.
I don't know, for some reason I'm getting like a recipe idea of putting the sea moss gel in like a meatloaf, or
Oh, you
mixing it.
can. Yes, you
Turkey, but not regular beef. But I don't know it. It seems, because I know of the texture of it, it seems like it kind of at the texture of like an applesauce. And there are certain recipes that if you're trying to lower cholesterol or lower fat, you use something like applesauce. So
can.
I could
Yeah,
see that in muffins,
even
or
that's good for that also. It's non-GMO.
great, perfect, perfect. So I know that, like I said, I know her personally. I know that what she does is responsible. The products, or the items and ingredients that you use, you can read the words, so you know that it's something that's natural and not bad for you.
Yeah.
Um, you know, you started, you're a daycare provider,
Yes.
um, and you ventured into, the CMOS gel, and it kind of goes together, kind of that wellness, you know. Um, how did you venture into your next business venture?
Okay, so then came my collective. So hers by Sweetz Collective. That
Nice.
came next. So at first I wanted to do a boutique, and I was like, boutique is so cliche. Everybody's doing a boutique, and everybody's, I don't want to be like everybody. I like you
Mhm,
said,
mhm.
you
Were you
different.
thinking about doing virtually, like just an online boutique?
I didn't. I guess you can say I'm already doing it online.
Okay.
A lot of it is word of mouth. So that's what's been working for me. So that's what I've been doing. Word of mouth is like excellent. I don't have to do too much, but I still make sure I'm advertising. I still make sure I'm doing, something. I have some type of flyer, card, sticker,
Yes.
you name it.
So when
Just
we
put
get
it
off
out
air, remind me business idea. Like assume as you started talking, a business idea popped up that would help to separate you, but would provide just a little. Yeah, we'll talk after. That's how my brain works. So yeah, so go ahead. So
perspective. I'll have adult pajamas. They'll come in different type of varieties, not just those two, including the one I'm wearing now.
are those like the quarantine thick from 2 Chainz pajamas?
Yeah.
Yes. Now I know where I could get them. There are
Well,
not
I
too
have
many things that I
so
put on, and I'm like, hey, I look good. I told him I was like, I need several more of these. I have a one pair that say Queen on them now, so I know where to go to
yes,
purchase more.
they'll range from small to 3X.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm in a 1X. So again, I'm in a 1X. This is
And
1X.
ladies, they fit. They're comfortable.
Nice
You
and
gonna show
stretched.
you gonna show a little booby, which is not a bad thing. You lounging, you want to be cute. Yes, yes. And they're warm. They're very, very warm.
Yeah.
Yes. You said what day?
Yeah, they're pretty warm.
September 3rd.
So also on my
Oh shit,
collection,
that's
I'll
right.
have a number of different
I have
things.
birthday.
I'll have the pretty puffs, which are the smoking utensils, the pretty, lovely, elegant smoking utensils that'll keep you from burning your nails and from sharing germs and things like that with different people around that you want to smoke with, but you want to keep it very respectable and safe as possible.
I love that because there is a niche market that's opening to those that were connoisseurs like us, those soccer moms or Xanax, Chardonnay moms that are now going over into cannabis. And of course, they want everything to be stylish and cute, and trendy. And that can fit your look. If you don't necessarily want to be holding a blunt, which if you don't, mo for me, go ahead. Maybe, and they want to, keep it a little incognito in a way. It's kind of reminiscent of the days of like Dallas in the 80s when women, or before that, women smoked cigarettes and they had their cigarette holder, very Audrey Hepburn-esque. So it
And I have different ones. So
yeah,
if
it
you
adds to your aesthetic. But like you said, in the time of COVID, you guys, this shit's not going away. It kind of advances every time it reaches another host. But you want to be safe. I will admit, we were camping this summer. It was like when we were kind of on our lull. I didn't ask anybody if they, had COVID. We were smoking in a circle, people that I knew. But we got to be aware and, conscious of that, especially you don't want to take things back to your family or you don't want it yourself. So it's another way to stay, clean and have things be sanitary. And then if you're a smoker, there's always that one person that I like puts the entire blunt or joint in their mouth, like they are really putting in work on them, like just all over the place. That can definitely, you can help to avoid that too, because you can take off your piece and just pass the blunt or whatever to them. And then you can be dried lipped when it's your next turn. So
breathing and putting spit all over it and spreading germs, we're trying to prevent that. You can still smoke and do it safe.
yes, so that's her next product, which I had never heard of, but I think this is fantastic. So sticky wood,
Yeah, I'm in
smokable,
partnership with Sticky Woods. Yeah, I'm in partnership with.
nice.
This isn't mine per se, but I'm in partnership with them.
Hmm.
And this is their product, Sticky Woods. And this is a smokable adhesive. So you apply this adhesive to your blunt and it holds it together and it's smokable and it doesn't have an odor. And you just apply that, roll it together, boom.
Oh, you're good. And like she said
Good to
before,
go.
if you like them thick, it definitely helps you to roll a nice thick blunt. You know. Um, so is this a local company that you're partnering with, or
I would be the first out here in Sacramento that I know of, but I believe they're also out of the Bay Area, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Don't quote
Okay.
me on that.
Well, but
Yeah,
are they owned by people of color? I mean, we're the genius ones. We really smoke the blunt. So,
it's a
I
pretty
would
open group
assume.
of people, and I like the mix. Pretty
Good.
solid
Good.
people. Like they're their own community, and I like it. But they like to expand. They're very, social. They're very friendly, and I like that. That's the type of people I love to be around. They're very
So
diverse.
they're definitely trying to help other people, build their own wealth or become entrepreneurs in a way. Um, and that's what's so positive about the cannabis and the health and wellness industry and how they're working together. People want to try to keep them separate, but optimizing an education about cannabis is going to make it even clearer and more transparent just how well those go together. Um, and so you are proof of that. Two of your business services are within cannabis, and I mean even your you don't have to put weed in your blunt. Maybe you
You don't.
roll your own. I don't know why you would split a blunt, empty the tobacco, and put more in, but maybe.
It could be CBD
Um, I was
relaxation.
just gonna
It
say it
doesn't
could be
necessarily
CBD.
have to be THC.
It could be a form of mushrooms, which people are now using in microdosing. So it could be whatever, but to have that peace of mind that you're doing it in a way that's safe and you don't have to, lick the blunt all over. It's a win-win. I love it. I love it. So let's see. We should have kept count. We should have kept like a
It's sparing
count on the
bumps
screen.
on your lips.
Yes, right. You don't want to get bum bump. So so actually, I do have to give you just many more kudos because the hubby just confirmed when you were here, and as soon as he said it, I was like, oh, that's right. You were here on our anniversary. That was September 3rd. This is December 19th. You have grown, and I'm sure you maybe had some things in the works before, but you have grown from the two services and businesses that you came here for and to having four more in a 3-month time period. How you do it? How what do you attribute your tenacity and your quick success to?
Not feeling like what if they decide to, restrict everything the way that they are. And I just don't like the feeling of I have no choice. So
Mhm.
I like to have, options. I've always loved to have options. I don't like feeling confined. Like, okay, you're stuck in this predicament. You're stuck in this situation. So I guess that's just the hustle in me. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep having. Okay, I'm Wile E. Coyote. I got A, B,
Oh,
C, D. That might fail too, but I'm gonna keep going and keep going. The same thing that my mom does. Like she's one of my biggest inspirations. Like she might do this plan, it might not work. She got all these other plans to back it up. Keep going. That might fail too, but she's gonna keep on going, and that's just always been just instilled in me. This fail, keep going, keep pushing, keep doing this, keep doing that,
yes.
and
There's
at
a
least
quote I love.
you tried, even if it
Yes,
did fail, you
yeah,
tried.
yes. I'm gonna find the quote really quickly because I have this one app that I use, and
I like the
you know,
quotes you
I
have
love
tonight.
quotes. Thank you.
I like
I
the quotes
think
you.
it fits perfectly because, as I mentioned when we spoke before, you are the epitome of a serial entrepreneur. I myself am realizing that I'm that as well. There's nothing wrong with that. I know for me, I used to think that it was like it was a negative thing. Like I couldn't make up my mind. That I liked way too many things and I was never gonna be stable. But in growth and in kind of self-reflection and in like changing my mindset to I can make anything happen. Like if it's what I'm passionate about and I truly feel purpose in it, then there's no other way. And it seems like you naturally have that instilled in you. Um, but I love what you said about failure because our worst thing, and I'm going to pull it up really quickly, is not in the failure. It's not getting up each time you do fail.
And the
And I think
lessons
I've
learned
kind of,
from that.
yes, yes. So is there any, for example, is there any lesson that you feel like you have learned in your evolution from, being a childcare provider, to, owning 6 different services and business. And I know we have one more that, I believe we're at 5, I believe. So we could jump into that. But is there anything that sticks out in your mind that is like, yeah, I learned from that, and that I know for myself what that turning point was. So anything that you learned that was a turning point for you?
Yeah, a big turning point for me was, oh my gosh, living house to house, pillow to post, rat roach infested floors, living with other people. But you know what? Sleeping in my car, it just reminded me of where I've been, where I don't
Mhm.
want to be, and where I'm going. I know exactly where I'm going. And now that I got my daughter, my family, it's up from here. It's nothing but up from here. And it's just a
Mhm.
reminder me to just keep doing what I know to do. Keep doing it with a good heart. Don't move grimy and I'll be good. That's
Yes, and
what I've been doing it. Give
yes.
back as much as you can. Not in, recognition, or what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Somebody
Mhm.
do it because that's what you want to do.
Yep.
It'll
Yeah.
always come back to you regardless because you have a good heart.
Yes. I mean, the biggest thing that you can do in life is live a life of service to others. Um, I just posted, on my Instagram yesterday. I said, if you know me, I've told you at least once. I feel like my purpose here in this universe is to live the life of significance, um, and the lives of others in a positive way. And whatever that may be. I love doing this platform because I feel like it is allowing me to do that. I love educating because it's allowing me to provide knowledge, and knowledge is always something that you want to strive to attain. You've never learned enough. Um, and I used to sing, I used to act, and I thought that was my purpose. I was like, I'm meant to be famous. I remember taking singing lessons, and the singing coach was like, so she had won Emmys and whatnot. And she said, so what if you don't make it? And I look at her like, I'm paying you how much per hour for you to ask me a question like that? And she says, no, what if your true purpose is to help others reach their dream? And I was like, no, she didn't. I'm here singing my heart out, telling her how I want to be the next Janet Jackson / Anita Baker. I want to, travel the world. I want to come back to my high school and do a concert. And she's telling me, how do you know that that's your purpose? Um, Yes. And sorry, just a time check here. And I remember that very clearly because I never went back. I never went back because I didn't like what she had to say, because deep down I knew that she was right. Deep down. Um, so it's times like that where, you know, once you kind of come to terms and you become accountable with what you're supposed to do and how you're going to get there, all those other things really just become a lesson. you know. Um, so I love that about you, and I love that you are making an example for another young queen. Um, I know my goal is to build generational wealth, or at least the mentality of generational wealth in my kids. Is that something that you are striving for?
Definitely. I actually have some more things up my sleeve that's definitely going to be reputable in the future. So we got to talk about that later as well. But
Yes.
I'll give a little snippet. So I'm starting to trade. I'm doing a little, trading,
Okay. Girl, look,
currency
I,
trading.
fantastic, because we need more of us. This year, I think we're starting to understand. There's a renaissance. There's a movement going on within the community of Black and Indigenous people, people of color, and we're starting to want to become more self-sufficient because we see how this country doesn't a majority care. You know, um, we've had a
A
president,
lot of
and
numbers.
yeah, or we've had a president and his followers, that have proven to us this is what they think. Um, but we're all becoming more aware of the fact that that is out of fear, because we all know our true power. And we're starting to pursue that. You know, you are a great example, once again, of somebody that's taken this year and not allowed it to put you in a rut or to make excuses for not moving forward. Instead, you allowed it to, to come to fruition, where you're going to go out of this year and you're going to be like, 2020 stuff. There are people who passed, and there were some tragedies that happened, but for you, things kept moving forward. And that is, I think, going to be the story for many once this is over, because there has been many other people that, and I'm looking for this quote just as I'm looking down, but there's many others that have taken the opportunity to pursue their dreams and really live in their purpose. And the things that you do, as far as the health and wellness side, so you have Seamoss, and what is the other service that you have, which is something else I want to take advantage of, because
Okay,
as
so
2 Chainz says, we've all got maybe a little quarantine thick.
it's
So
my body contouring. I'm not sure if you're able to see that too good.
mhm.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's my body contouring. That's coming to Sacramento very, very, very soon. And I
Right.
cannot wait. It's non-invasive surgery. So if you have certain areas of the body, like double chin, underarm fat, back fat, thigh fat,
Right. You got a little something to grab
or
onto.
you want your bottom plumped, I can help with that. I can also
Oh,
help with plumping the bottom. I also do vacuum therapy, and I also do
oh, okay.
liposuction. And there's no downtime, and it's it's non-invasive, so you don't have to worry about surgery or downtime or missing work. You don't have to worry about any of that. And I have packages that'll be coming soon also, so I'll keep you guys updated on when those packages are. I will have customized packages. I will also have personalized packages where I can travel to you. So say you're in Miami and you need me to fly out to you, I'll have customized packages that I can get to you for the personal services. I also handle post-op care. So if you've had surgeries overseas or you've had surgeries here in the US and you need me to get the lymphatic drainage, I got you.
Mm. Now, I will also be, if she's coming to Miami, I will be there as her friend and travel buddy. No, look, what I think we should definitely do is kind of, I'm willing to put myself out there a little bit. I would love to utilize your service, and that's something that people can see with their own 2 eyes. We're not going to do um, that whole, we're not going to say the name of a company that has plenty of commercials, where come on, those people did not go from, a BBW to after having 2 locations worked on. Like, come on, a little bit of truth in advertising there. But being able to, have me and all my transparency and have Sweetz help out. And I already know I want the butt, because I want to keep that weight that I've gained there. But let's go ahead and plump it up a little bit.
Facials as well. Yep, I have
Oh,
facials. I'll get rid of all the cellulites and you'll see results. Everybody's body is different now, but within 2 to 3 sessions, you'll see results. But again, I'll have packages that'll be coming out. So do look for those. And again, I'm on Instagram. You can find me at Snatched by Sweetz on Instagram. And again, it's Sweetz.
yes,
Snatched
and we'll have all that, guys. We'll have. I did my due diligence and I went and I grabbed, screenshots and things of all that and kind of create a little marketing. So I'll have that. It'll be on, underneath this. Oh, got a
I
little
have
merch. I
a shirt
like that.
also. I have a shirt for you also.
Oh,
We'll
yay!
have merch. Yes.
Thank you. I will sport that for sure. Um, Love it. I love that you were thinking in all aspects of it. Um,
Yes.
so I do want to ask, do you ever think about providing the opportunity to other potential or, entrepreneurs that are not entrepreneurs yet, but somebody that really wants to do it? Like, once again, I'll use myself as an example. I have done passion parties. I've done wine shop at home. I did what was it? Vault denim. Just those kind of businesses or things that people are trying to do because they're wanting to make their way into being an own business owner. Do any of your businesses or services that you have provide that opportunity to anybody where you would kind of coach them or, eventually have the opportunity, maybe like a year, to provide expansion and opportunities to somebody else?
Yes, I'm always open to expansion. I'm always open to new business ventures also, and taking, someone under my wing who's looking to expand. Just only serious inquiries because again, my
Mm-hmm.
time is very valuable. Some
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
are not exactly as serious as the next person, so
Know
only
your worth
serious
and add tax.
inquiries
Now,
only.
that's what I always say. Know your worth
Yes.
and add tax, and don't falter from that at all.
But other than
Um,
that, I'm an open book.
Great, great. And I see that, you all of your businesses, they intertwine in some way. I mean, the childcare, that's wellness, that's development, that's education. And then you have, the products, for making sure that you are sanitary and healthy, when you are smoking and
People
taking
also
your
just
medicine.
want this information handed to them. A lot has to also be, research. I did a
Mhm,
lot of my research. It took me some time, but because I'm self-taught, I like to know. So it just keeps me going and keep me thinking of other things. But do your own research as well. Don't
mhm,
just take my word for it. I'm a prime example of my own story, but other people should also,
mhm.
go out with your own research and know your own facts as well before you just take my word or someone else's word for it. Know your own, truth and what you're doing. Know, the ins and outs of what you can
Mhm.
and can't do, what you can get away with, and know
Yes,
what's what for your state. You know,
yes. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, business is like,
it's a
that's
whole
something
different.
that, yeah, let's just say like you
Uh,
buying tickets or it's buying something from somebody on Craigslist. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do your research and make sure that that's going to be a safe transaction and that you're going to get exactly what you want. Same in business. Like if you are, and I will say this, Instagram, even though they're kind of messing with business owners right now, they're kind of messing with the algorithm and kind of limiting the marketing and things that you can do. But once again, that's something that you need to be aware of, and you need to know how to take the certain steps and processes so that you can avoid that. That's being aware of opportunities, like individuals that are also in business, and following them or checking out their posts. There's always little tidbits and little nuggets of information that help to make you better. I just saw one yesterday where a young lady, young queen, I'll have to find it and we'll put it in the show liner notes. But she was saying that if you are somebody that owns a commerce or a products online store, and you see the product and you're using something like Alibaba, check the pricing, and then go and check on Amazon. And she said, 90% of the time you're going to save money and you have more protection if those products are faulty. Um, she didn't have to share that. She could have kept that right to herself and minded her black owned business and just kept that information and thrived. But she decided to share that with Black Wealth Renaissance. Actually, is the Instagram page that I saw it on. If you are a entrepreneur, a interested, burgeoning perspective, definitely follow Black Wealth Renaissance. I'm on Instagram. They put up a lot of good information every day, several posts. Um, but yeah, so that's something that I know that you also mentioned. Part of what you want to do is be able to give back to the community. It's not just all about, let me go ahead and stack my money, make my life better, and go on about my business. Um, where do you get that motivation, that inspiration from to want to give back to the community?
shoot, not having. Wishing that sometimes if it was people that paid it forward, then nobody would be left without. If everybody decided to give or help, somewhere,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not give your all, but necessarily just a piece of help is some help. It's better than no help.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Everybody don't have those a hustling mentality or have you know EDD coming in or got this or that coming in. So I'm just saying you gotta be able to help somebody somewhere, you know.
Yes. And I mean, it's just basic karma. We all learned this in preschool.
Just
You
common
do something
courtesy.
exactly. And I love that. And that's refreshing to me because I definitely feel that we as as a society, there's no sense of community. There's, that we're not communal at all. Hence, look at where we are now. We're in our second of what they say is going to be 3 waves of, an outbreak with the COVID, and it's worse. I mean, right now our city's on a lockdown. That's probably, we couldn't be together for a couple different reasons, but they were like basically stay your ass in shelter right now. And
Like I hope a couple of my customers didn't think I was being funny with my packages, but I put a few Clorox container of wipes in their packages, just as a gift because I'm like, you know what, like I
right,
said, it's nothing wrong with being overly safe or trying to be, safe. I know you didn't order that. I know you didn't ask for that, but here, I'm just giving it to you. If I can help, I'm going to.
why not?
You might you need to wipe some handles. I don't know.
Yes, I mean, 9 months ago, we were like spraying our groceries. I remember like bringing the groceries in, spraying the cans down, wiping everything down several times a day, so why not? And like you said, it's just common courtesy. It's just me thinking about you in the current times that we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's commendable. And, those special touches are why you have been able to, develop your business and become, I mean, you're more of you're a serial entrepreneur, but yeah, you're multifaceted, you know, you definitely, want to start thinking about, LLC and making sure that you have all, the business, um, documents
The
and
black and
aspects
white.
and things. Yeah, yeah, because girl, you know, Oprah is multifaceted, and Oprah is her own conglomerate. So, start thinking that way. I definitely see that you're on the way, and like I told you before,
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Applying
psychic.
and things, but it's going pretty good. I can't
Yes,
complain.
yes, and you shouldn't, because if you complain, that's when shit's gonna turn left. You know, um, I love that. So I found the quote, and then I just pass it. Okay, one's only rival is one's own potentialities. One's only failure is failing to live up to one's own possibilities. In this sense, every man can be a king and therefore be treated like a king. And there's one other one. Life is an ongoing process of choosing between safety out of fear and need for defense and risk for the sake of progress and growth. Make the growth choice a dozen times a day. Those quotes are all from Abraham H. Maslow, and I think they all kind of fit into what we were talking about. Like you can't live in fear. You have to be able to learn from your mistakes. You have to be able to grow, and take all of that and build your mindset as to what your next plan is going to be, what your next strategy is going to be. So I have to say, you are, if I had to give, if there was an award I would give for somebody that, kept their shit together and pivoted during this difficult year, I mean, you're a great example of that. So I definitely want to give you snaps. Kudos to that. So happy that I know you. But I know that we have one more, according to producer here, and he's keeping count. One more business and service. And keep in mind, guys, all of these that she's discussing, they are a service that is within the holiday gift guide. So it's all something that you can gift to somebody. Maybe after the holidays, you want to help somebody improve and elevate their wellness or whatever it may be. You can also provide it as an after holiday gift. But what else do you have for us, Queen?
So yeah, I believe my daycare was it.
A daycare? Perfect. So just going back full circle. People are going back to work. If you aren't, but you just need a little bit of break from your babies, you know, I've thought about it a couple of times. I love love my children. But luckily, my oldest is, old enough where we can kind of leave him here for a couple hours. But tell us once again about your hours. Are you accepting any openings now? And then if somebody's interested or is in need, I do know a couple of friends of mine that are having a baby, so they may need in a few months. What your safety precautions and things kind of are right
Okay, so I am accepting virtual tours at the moment for my 24-hour childcare service. I am licensed as well. I have 10 plus years of experience. And also, I am closed during the daytime for right now because there's no more space available. But
now.
during the nighttime, I have open availability and overnight at the moment. So if you do have a
Hey,
and you do need nighttime
grown
hours,
and sexy time. Look, my babies will be there in. No, I'm kidding.
yeah,
No, that is fantastic. And you are in the South Sacramento area?
yes, I am located in the South Sacramento area.
All right, perfect. So right off the 99. Actually, she's right in between 99 and 5, no matter where you're coming from. Um, you know, I can vouch. She is actually part of the community of, women of color that are childcare providers that provide a 24-hour service. So it's not just them going and sitting in front of the TV. You do, try to provide educational, aspects as well as just helping them to
Do
develop to be a
distance
kind
learning,
person.
yeah, distance learning during the daytime. But again, I'm full at the moment, so I don't
Yes,
have
well,
any
at the moment. Yes,
ability.
yes, yeah.
Time.
Yes. So something to remember, like I said, things
Meals
happen.
provided,
Okay. I like that. I
snacks
used
in
to have to,
between, yes.
my
And
poor baby to
there
this
is
day
hand
cannot
washing.
stand Nutella because I had to make a Nutella sandwich every day while he was I was in preschool. But so yes, meals being provided is a plus. For
Inside, outside surveillance.
okay.
Yep.
So well protected. So guys, daytime right now, not available, but as we get back to normal, that may change. Or if you guys need some time, I don't know what people will be planning for New Year's, but maybe you guys just want to lay up and Netflix and chill without babies. You know, um, and maybe
Program and cash is accepted as well.
there you go. There you go. There are just pluses everywhere.
916-274-1517.
Perfect. And we will have her number listed with all of the other information as well. So you have some things coming up, for the new year. Um, I like to always ask questions at the end of the year. Well, not always; it's only been 1 year, but we're gonna keep that tradition going. So going into the new year, um, what what are you hoping for, or not? What are you hoping for? What are you manifesting?
What am I manifesting? Um, I'm manifesting being more of a free spirit as I was. Uh, yeah, just being more of a free spirit
Mhm.
and open to different things, open to different opportunities.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
expanding, like you said, just keeping an open mind to different things. Don't
and
not think too hard, like not too thinking too hard on I
hmm
should do this, I should do that, but
yeah,
just let things flow the way they're supposed to.
yes,
Sometimes when you overthink stuff, that's when it just it
yep,
turns all
and we
spiraling out of
yes,
control.
and we turn ourselves on that
Thinking
fork of the
everywhere.
road. Yes, where the road was a straight, beautiful, paved road, and we get into our own thoughts, and we end up, detouring ourselves.
Yeah, especially if
And
you're an overthinker. When you're an overthinker, it just happens that way.
well, as a social and serial entrepreneur, of course, you overthink. But we're a combination of overthinking and being able to take risk, which sometimes
Yes.
it's very hard. They're very hard to deal with. But I I say this all the time, and it's just because it's something that I've learned. Being accountable and being aware of when you get into certain mindsets or when you notice certain behavior, that's what you need. So you need that accountability, that awareness, but then also the ability to put it in action. So I mean, I love that you are thinking about that going into the new year. Um, I wish you nothing but just fantastic future success. Like I
Thank you
said,
very much. Thank you again
I
for
am
inviting me
yes,
again.
I am so blessed that we know each other. Shout out to the fam, Sam and CJ.
Yeah.
Um, so happy that their house is just like a little community spot, and we all met there. I do miss going out though. Don't you miss just like going to Blue Lamp and you know drinking too much and just doing what we do?
I
I
got a
miss
few
that.
shout outs too, if that's okay.
I'm sorry, him.
Oh, I said I have a few shout outs too, if that's okay.
Oh my gosh, the floor is yours, please.
Okay, so I would like to give shout outs to the Braid Slayer, Lion Athletics. That's who keeps this body right because Lord
Okay.
knows I'm out of shape, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And again,
Uh,
that's Lion Athletics. And that was official Braid Slayer at Exquisite You. The Buttercup hair bundles, Marie Luxury hair extensions, and Cheetah Geeks. Cheetah Geeks does all the digital work and business cards if you need those, flyers if you need them. Digital Geeks are pretty awesome. Sticky Woods again, thank you, Sticky Woods. I'm in partnership with them. They are amazing people, very diverse, good people. Also Body by Juliet, great teacher. Also MavenMarketPlace, thank you again. I want to thank you
mm,
for blessing me with this opportunity, for blessing me with, just your good vibes in general, not just to know you, but to know you, is to know you. You like you're very good vibe. Like even
thank
behind the
you.
screen, I girl.
Thank you. Thank
I don't
you.
have to be like right there, but your presence is just it's very illuminating.
No, thank you so much. And I feel the same way. And I told you before, I said, I've always found myself as somebody who's looking for her tribe. Um, and
You have like that comfortable spirit. Like if I want to lay on your lap and go to sleep, I feel like I'm in my comfort zone. Like you're that
girl,
type of comfort. Like
and we'd be good. I throw a blanket right over you. I might, have a crick in my neck, but I'm making sure you're comfortable. No, I, I, the more that, I don't want to say age, but I guess like a fine wine, I do. Um, it happens. I become more comfortable with um, those those pieces of myself that I used to feel that were something that somebody could take advantage of, and I felt were a weakness. But I see them so much more than actually just a crazy strength. Um, and so I just have to, as an Aries, I have to keep the other side conversation down because sometimes that can be louder than what I know. But having women like you, having queens, especially in our area, Sacramento is going to blow. Okay.
it's
We're
that time. It's that
it
time
is.
for Sacramento.
It is. And we're so diverse. And I think, overall, cool vibe. Um, I don't mean to make it a ethnicity or color thing, but let's be very, you know, honest with the time that we live in. I don't look at another woman that is not black and go, "Ooh, I don't want to do business with you." If you're legit and you're good and you believe in equity and diversity and inclusion, let's work together. Women are
Yep.
going to be the reason why the cannabis industry and the business industry is going to grow and benefit those that it needs to benefit. We're the reasons why. So being able to have not only a friendship with you, but business relationship, seeing your growth and being able to just like, you know, shout out all of your success. It's something that for me, it's validating and it helps me to know that I'm doing what truly I'm purposed to do. And you are somebody as well. And I just want to congratulate you. And I cannot wait
Thank
to
you.
collaborate. I cannot wait to see you grow. I can't wait to see you be a boss and have, your other women that you're helping through life and helping to for them to be able to realize who they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
girl. One day we're gonna be sitting
That
back
little
like,
extra
girl, remember?
confidence that we already have there, but it's up under
Yes,
all of that. But it's there.
yes, yes, yes. So as long as we can avoid the zombie apocalypse from this vaccine, but no, We're gonna be living good. No,
You and
now,
your zombie apocalypse, but no, I think hey,
but
you
I
never
will
know.
say this. The people that had this is kind of my transition here. The people that are into the coronacation chronicles, you guys know, um, the people that had the vaccine in the UK or somewhere that had the allergic reactions within the first couple of days. I was like, see, all right, you say allergic reaction, but at least they're reporting now they're not having any other symptoms. I do want to ask, I know for myself and for my husband and for my babies, I'm not rushing to be a guinea pig for this vaccine. I am willing to continue to do my part, as in wearing masks. You guys are going to be able to see this new merch for me in a minute here. But wear my mask, wash my hands, stay my black ass in the house, socially distance. When we're in the grocery store, please don't be like this on me, and I won't either. But how do you feel about it? Like, are you somebody that's kind of, keeping up with it? Do you feel the same way? I mean, there's like 60% of Americans that are like, I'll wait. So how do you feel about it?
Yeah, like when I just recently took my daughter to the doctor, they kept urging her to get the flu shot. And the thing was, the first doctor, they had already asked me, and I told them no, she's never had it. I don't want her having that. And no. So then they came back after I already told them no, like not even 10 minutes of this conversation, and asked the same question. I said no to the first
That's
doctor.
better.
No.
Yeah. And
I don't know
there's
what part of no they didn't get, but I'm like, no, she can't have that. No.
yeah, and they're definitely pushing it. I know I had an appointment to go get one, and
Just to
I
say, oh,
overslept.
that's allergies. Oh, thank you. Now give me my note so I can get on
I
my
gave
way.
yeah, I gave my babies had one. But we're not children, so my husband and I are not rushing to get it. But like I said, we're also staying our asses at home.
Right.
We're not in anybody's faces. Tubby's, is a teacher, and he's back on campus 2 days a week, but he takes all precautions. We're keeping our babies at home, at least going into the new semester, because look where we are. You know what I'm saying? And people are hard headed. They didn't stay home on Thanksgiving. We'll see what they do on Christmas. But for some reason, everybody feels like they got to kick it for the holidays. So I feel like New Year's is just going to bring about a whole, other batch of infection, which is sad. So yeah, it's, I like to, just kind of ask the question, how people are feeling about it, especially within my, with my circle. Now, that we are located in the areas of Sacramento where there are the most infections between our zip codes. I don't know I don't know where they go. I don't know what people are doing, but I, I go, the most that I go to is 7-Eleven, and I drive to Walmart, and I sit my ass in the car for them to put my, my groceries in, and I may hit up the big lots, but I'm in big lots like masked up. We're not touching anything. It's kind of scary to know that within our area, there are people that are, right now in ICU, and we have no capacities in ICU. People are at Arco Arena. Well, I still call it Arco. It was a sleep train. And they ordered 5,000 freezer trucks to use as morgues. Or no. I'm sorry. They ordered 5,000 body bags, and they ordered a certain amount. So this kind of all leads me into my look, guys. Just why? Okay, just why? Right now there are detractors, I would say, of Governor Newsom, who is the governor of California. In my opinion, I think the man's done a great job. Okay. I don't care if you went and had dinner while he was telling everybody else to stay home. I don't care. Y'all don't listen. He told you to stay home a few months ago. Y'all were at the beaches like we want to surf. He told you to stay home, during the summer. You guys still were in Vegas and doing this and that. We are where we are now because people don't listen. So now we have restaurateurs that are suing him, as well as he is facing a campaign or whatnot to impeach him. Be accountable, guys. You don't think we got here because there were some of you that wanted to be out at the beach on Memorial Day? There are some of you that, went to the restaurants and was all up in each other's face. There's some of you, just like that couple that I saw at Bevmo, where everybody else in Bevmo had on a mask, but y'all two walked y'all happy asses in like you were just in a bubble. You are accountable. I don't see how that is supposed to help California because, who knows how long it's going to take our economy to bounce back? Who knows who are...
They're giving the injections to our frontline workers first. I'm like, the very people that take care of us.
Yep. Let's be honest. If we all decided that we wanted it, we're not going to get it until May. Earliest. So, all this fussing and fighting and negativity and wanting to get him out and doing all that and complaining because the man went and ate and what is that going to do for you? It takes way more energy for you to be negative than it does for you to just go with the flow and be positive. I would hate to see that their pursuits are successful, because who else is going to come in and then be able to handle everything that he has on his plate, plus the future of California and our recovery? I mean, they're fine. They just found 3 women. They just arrested 3 women in this area on EDD fraud. That's a question I'm going to ask. How in the hell did you guys think that you were going to get away with EDD, federal money fraud? How? Well, did you hear about the rapper who is facing federal charges? It was a couple of months ago. He made a song and it was like, EDD made you richer thanks to EDD. And he told on himself, and the entire song told how he got EDD fraudulently and how he got a car. And they arrested him at a house in Calabasas. That's how much money he was getting.
Wow.
Like, come on. And I hate to say it, because you know what we do when we hear stuff on the news. Please don't be black. Please don't be black. He was. And he's 20-something years old. Let me see. EDD song. He young and is facing a very years. I mean, it's federal. So
got federal dollars.
Girl, look, they go federal time. So his name, Lord, let's see. Now, I hate to say this. The song kind of slapped. Okay, I hate to say this. Okay, we're almost done. The song kind of slapped. His name is Nuke Bizzle. From Memphis, Tennessee. And he, got the money fraudulently. He used somebody who passed their social security number and got $1.2 million in unemployment benefits. Not 1,200, not 32. 1.2 million. And then wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it go. That's what he did. Put it on YouTube. And the federal government swooped on him very quickly. So, come on, guys. So many things are out of our hands during this whole pandemic. What we can control, let's try to control it with a little bit of compassion and understanding and common sense. I feel like some of y'all, have not only gained a little quarantine thickness, but you've lost a little common sense as well. So yes, that is what we're going to close on today. But before I do want to go ahead and shout out my newest merch. Of course, I want everybody to be safe. I want you all to be able to tune in every week, and I want you to rep and be stylish. So you guys will see that I have the Mary Jane Maven masks.
I'm gonna have to give you one. Or
Oh
two.
yes, yes. So this is
Yes.
the first of a whole line. I actually want to give a shout out to the Broad Room here in Sacramento. They are, check them out if you guys are a new business and you need printing services as far as on merchandise. I don't want to speak too much out of term, but I will say I found out about them today. I scheduled my appointment. If you are in Sacramento, please hit them up. It is the Broad Room, and not that one because that's in New York. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Just so I can make sure that you guys have the info in case you have your pens ready. Oh, and before I forget, you guys know my first husband, Eminem. He released a new album the other day. Not gonna lie, it's about a C plus. It's gonna be one of those that you listen to over and over again, and it's his talent and his wordplay that's gonna get you. But check that out. So the Broad Room Creative Collective, and it is on Del Paso Boulevard, 1409 Del Paso Boulevard. You can find them. Ask Auntie Google. Look them up on Instagram. And like I said, look into the services that they're providing and helping, businesses that were affected by COVID, and helping you get back on your feet and helping to develop new businesses. So thank you so much. I do want to. No, that's not who they're mask. I'm sorry. You're right. Yes. He didn't tell me that. He didn't write that down on the notes. So the hubby.
Steve in New Mexico. Steve, New Mexico.
Can't hear you.
Steve and I in New Mexico.
Steve Anaya in New Mexico. Shout out to you for my masks. Thank you so much. I'm sure you'll be providing more merch for me. I really appreciate the quickness, or in my TI word, you were expeditious in that. I appreciate it. So once again, guys, have a fantastic Saturday. If you did not catch the verses, go right now and do it. Okay? Get your life. I burned at least 2,000 calories. Sweetz, thank you so much. We will be talking. Definitely for sure.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you. And everybody, you have great options here. A great addition to our holiday gift guide. It's the Mary Jane Maven Marketplace. It's a Lituation holiday gift guide, and she has 6 different services. We'll really say 5 that you'll be able to gift. Or, we always buy a gift for ourselves from Santa if you want to purchase something for yourself. So hit me up if you didn't get any of her information. I'll guide you over, or check out the show liners, my Instagram, and you'll be able to get right in contact with her. So everybody, yes. So thank you so much. We have one more installment that is going to be recorded tomorrow. So then you guys will have all of the information, and we have a week till Christmas, till Santa Claus is coming to town. All right, guys.
Hey.
That Tito's it. All right, guys.